Adwa! It's a battle of Adwa, guys, everybody. You know, remembering this day. I got a message for y'all, all right? I got a message for y'all. And honestly, I didn't plan to do this live stream right now, but I got a message all of a sudden, and I was like, why not going there? So if you can share this stream with somebody. My people on YouTube, I hope you can hear me. Hello, hello, hello. So why not? Why not? Okay, let me do this. Hey, what's up, everybody? Can you guys hear me? All right. So I got a message for you all guys, and I said, why not coming here and share with you guys a little bit? It's a special day. This day is very special, and I'll tell you guys why it's very special for me today, specifically. It's very special, and it's a special day for Ethiopia, all Ethiopians around the world. And it's a special day to Africa. It's very important to recognize that, because Adwa is a day that, in my opinion, is the day that is supposed to be celebrated by all Africans. You know what I'm saying? Adwa. It's the day that is supposed to be celebrated by all Africans because of the significance of this day. You understand what I'm saying? It's the day to be celebrated by all Africans. Okay? It's a special day, and it has to be celebrated by all Africans today. So, yeah. So everybody, hey, thank you for everybody joining me. Can you guys hear me on YouTube? Let me know. Can you guys hear me? I just want to know if you can hear me, then I'm cool. I'm just going to move forward and continue with this. And if you can, guys, please like this stream and share with somebody. It's a beautiful day. We're going to connect. It's a beautiful day. We're going to share. It's a beautiful day. We're going to talk a little bit the things that we need to share. Can you guys hear me? On YouTube, can you hear me? Yeah, I hope you guys can hear me. All right, so share this stream with somebody. Let somebody know that we're gathering here to talk a little bit about Adwa. For those who do not know what is Adwa, I'll let you know in just a second. And also we'll have some people here who are watching us on YouTube and TikTok. They'll let us know, in the comment section. Because one of the things, we are fighting for one Africa. And I think it's very important to really know the history of Africa and the history of countries in Africa, because you can't really fight for the unity if you don't really know the history of our countries, right? So today, specifically at this time, we're going to talk a little bit about Adwa and how significant this day is, not only to Ethiopians but also to the rest of Africans, and just so I'll give you so many different details that will prove my point to why I'm saying that it should be celebrated by all Africans and not only Ethiopia. This should be African Day, because it is a big day. You know what I'm saying? It's not just supposed to be Ethiopian Day, but it's supposed to be African holiday. If I was in the African Union, I would make Adwa to be the holiday to the entire continent of Africa. Do you understand what I'm saying? The entire continent of Africa to celebrate Adwa, not only Ethiopia. So let me just pray a little quick, because I do not rely on my own understanding, but I rely on God. And I just pray that God will be here from the beginning all the way to the end of this session. God, I thank you for today. Thank you for the beautiful day of Adwa, March 1st, 2023. And as we remember what has happened in the past, I pray that you will refine our hearts, our soul, our mind, our intentions, our thoughts, our plans, and our visions and our goals, so that we may look forward and not only backward, but the history may strengthen us, remind us who we are, to fight for a better tomorrow, so that in 1,000 years to come, our kids and our grandchildren and grandchildren will celebrate what we have achieved today. I pray all these things in your precious name, Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, guys. So if you can like the stream, please do. If you can share, please do. It's very important for us to talk about this. And I'm going to talk about Adwa and how this day is significant to the entire continent of Africa and not just Ethiopia. I know Ethiopians, I know, man. I know, okay, this is your day, I know, but I'm saying this is our day, all right? Because this is the day that Africans, they fought against colonizers and they won battle, not once, twice, three times. They did that so that today we may be where we are, so that today we may have a point of reference and say that, you know what, we have one country in Africa that was never colonized, and that is Ethiopia. So this pride is not only for you Ethiopians. Let me just put that down. Let me just lay down that is this pride, the pride of Adwa, is not only for you Ethiopians, but it is for Africans. Let me start by saying that. All right. So if you're sitting there and say, why this guy is celebrating Adwa? Why this is not your day? Get your nose out of our business. I get that a lot. You have to know that this is not just a day for Ethiopians, but it's the day for Africans. I'll give you some evidence. So during the Battle of Adwa, we know that a lot of diaspora also they came to the continent to fight the battle with Ethiopians. Why? Because they were fighting for the pride of Africa. They're fighting for the pride of this beautiful continent. They're fighting for the pride of Ethiopia. So they came, they joined hands together, and they fought the battle. As a result, this beautiful country, Ethiopia, it was never colonized. And why this is very personal to me, because exactly 1 year ago, like this day, last year, I was in Ethiopia. And that's when I got this t-shirt, Adwa. That's when I celebrated the Battle of Adwa. And today here, guys, I will share with you videos to show you how the celebration went. I was there in the middle of everything. I went all the way to the statue of Menelik II, and I was there with thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and we matched all the way to the whole city of Addis Ababa. You guys, you know where you met. We even passed by somewhere. There's this little bridge. You know, it's a place that they fought as well. We went all the way, like we matched everywhere that our ancestors actually matched upon. I was there exactly 1 year from now, exactly the same day today. I was there in Ethiopia with my people, and I know how it feels to celebrate that day. The energy, the people, the cloud, the shambra. In Swahili we say shambra is like, you know, all this vifijo and nderemo, you know, like all this celebration. I was there in the middle of that, celebrating that. So to be honest, I missed it, you know. I really missed that moment. I wish like this year I was there as well. But it was incredible time. It was incredible time being there on the street and celebrating this this day. Those who are watching on YouTube, I will share with you guys the videos here right now. I'll show you the videos of that day and how the celebration went. It was live. I was live on YouTube straight and showing that. But for those who do not know Adwa, man, this is one of the biggest days in Africa. And I say this at the beginning, that this should not just be celebrated by Ethiopians, but if I was in the African Union, and maybe I will send this request right now to African Union if they're there and listening, that this day should be celebrated by all Africans. This day should be a holiday to the entire continent of Africa. All Africans around the world should stand and celebrate it. Adwa. It's just like, because this is a special day. It's not just, it's, how can I say? All right. We fought for independence. So many countries in Africa, we fought for independence. You know, Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, South Africa. It was the last country. Uganda, all these different countries, we fought for the independence. But there's only one place and one country that they were not colonized, yes, and they fought for their country. Africans fought to keep their land. And in so many, even in Africa, guys, even here in Tanzania, actually, you know, where I'm coming from, our tribe, they fought against Germans when they were coming to, here to take over the country, the region of where I'm coming from, a couple times. And there was a time that they won. Why I'm sharing this? I'm sharing this because it's very important to remember our history and to hang on to that. You know what I'm saying? To hang on to that. That, you know what? The success of one African country is the success of the entire continent. Your success is my success. Your failures are my failures. And that's why we fight for one Africa, because we don't want to fail. We want to succeed together. Imagine if one country were able to fight against Italians and they kick them away. What can entire continent of Africa do? What will do? More than 1.3 billion people, if we stand together and we fight and we defend the heritage, the beauty of this continent, what the result will be. Just one people, guys. One people. They fought against Italians and they were able to win. And today we're remembering Adwa. What has happened in the Battle of Adwa? What will happen today if all of us we come together and we fight? We fight against the humiliation that is going on in Congo. We fight against, whatever bad things that are happening in Ethiopia. We fight against every single negativity that is happening in this continent. What will happen? Well, we need the new Adwa. We need the Adwa of 2023. We need the new Adwa of this century, of 21st century. I don't know about you guys. I don't just want to be celebrating about the history and what happened in the past. I want to be celebrating what is happening today. You understand what I'm saying? I want to be celebrating what is happening today. Yes, we can celebrate what has happened a long time ago, Adwa, but we want the second Adwa today in Africa. We want Africa to be independent economically. We want Africa to support one another. We want Africa to be one beautiful continent with one people. We want Africans to live in peace in whatever the country they go. If you're going to live in your country today and come to my country, I don't want to call you illegal migrant, because you're an African and you cannot be illegal migrant in African country. I want you to feel at home when you come to my place. And when I come to your home, I want to be treated just like you, because I'm an African. And that is the second battle of Adwa that we're fighting today. We might not have guns fighting for that, but we are fighting with our mindset. We're fighting this mentality of division. We are fighting against that. We are fighting against that today. I want that to stick in all of you guys today, in all of Africans today. That's what we are fighting against. Fighting that mindset, decolonization of our mindset. Let me tell you this, guys. I'll say something bad. You might not be colonized, but our mind are colonized in so many ways. And, when I meet people, because, even us who are fighting for one Africa, not everybody wants to see one Africa. The people who are fighting against one Africa, those are those people who are colonized mentality. If you're having hard time to understand about the one Africa, about the unity of your country, unity of our continent, your mind is colonized, because that's how colonizers think. Colonizers, they're not thinking about uniting. Colonizers, they're thinking about dividing. So if your mentality is thinking about division, it's colonized. It's colonized. It's colonized. We need the second Adwa. But at the same time, we need to celebrate. We need to appreciate what has happened in the past. We need to appreciate what Menelik II and everybody involved who fought in that battle. And so, what has happened, what came to pass. We need to celebrate. We need to honor that. And how can we honor that? Let me ask you guys, Ethiopians, let me ask you a question. How can you honor what Menelik II and everybody who fought and the lives that has been wasted during the Battle of Adwa, how can you honor it today? I think that should be the conversation. Not just talk about what has happened. No, how can we honor that today? How can we honor the Adwa? How can we honor the symbol of Black power today? How can you honor that? How can you honor that? Let me ask you this. If Menelik II today he's resurrected and you see Ethiopia where it is today, do you think he'll be happy? What is he gonna do? Africa where we are today, do you think our ancestors, if they're resurrected today, do you think they're gonna be happy? That, oh, this is good. Africa is thinking, do you think they're gonna be happy? They ain't gonna be happy. We need to think, how can we honor Adwa, the symbol of Black power, today in our generation? How can we honor that? How can we honor the sacrifice that our ancestors make? How can we honor the sacrifice that some of our leaders died for? Their leaders in Africa died for our countries. Name them: Sankara, name them Gaddafi, name them Patrice Lumumba, name them, men, name them. A lot of them. There's a lot of our ancestors died. They were willing to put their lives on the line to fight for the independence of Africa, to fight for the pride of Africa. How are we honoring that? How are we honoring the independence of Africa today? Nigeria just had election. They had election on this Sunday. Are we honoring that? The leaders we choose, the way we live today, the way we treat one another as Africans. Well, we fought against Italians because they wanted to invade our country. Today, we are fighting against ourselves. We're fighting against each other. Is that the way to honor the Adwa? Is that how we choose to honor the sacrifice that was done long time ago? To only care about ethnicity, to only care about my religion, to only care about me, my country, my tribe, my region. Is that the way are we going to honor the sacrifice that was made? The blood that was shed? Well, there's only one way to honor that, and that is unity. The unity of our people. Because in that battle of Adwa, every single person, regardless of their tribe, their ethnicity, their religion, where they're coming from, the norms, the tradition, they came together to fight. And today we need to honor that. We need the second Adwa. And this, I'm going to say this again, is not just the day to be celebrated by Ethiopians, but it is the day to be celebrated by Africans, by every single African. Because Ethiopia, I was looking at the slogan of African countries, and I wanted to say Ethiopia is the pride of Africa, but in the slogans, it say Ethiopia is the land of origin, and Kenya is the pride of Africa, and Tanzania is the brain of Africa. Remember that, guys. The nickname of Tanzania, like the other name of Tanzania, is Bongo. Bongo is like brain, literally brain. So yeah, anyways, let me go back to how are we honoring that day? Is it just a day? Is it just something that was written in the history